You have the time. You really do have the time. Or at least 99% of you who are watching. So that pretty much makes everyone who's watching. The thing is, you think you don't have the time. But you do. At least, as I said, for 99% of you do have the time. But you think you don't. And well, you can go into the demographics of who I'm talking about. And well, I am mostly talking about people my age. The thing is, you think you don't have time because you're occupying it with useless activities. Things that you're basically using to escape what you need to do. Biggest one is social media. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I'm gonna share something. The guy who invented the infinite scroll said that it was the worst thing he ever created because of its addictive nature. In the same vein, who was it? Was it the CEO of Apple? I think, yeah. CEO of Apple, Tim Cook, basically did not give his children or his grandchildren or something like that. But basically he didn't give his kids access to phones, iPads, and such. You know, you can say that's hypocritical. Well, one, it's not your or my choice to judge him. But it's interesting, isn't it? It's interesting. And the thing that can prove for escapism is video games, especially among young men. I want to not say young men, because I don't consider an 18-year-old boy a man. Like, an 18-year-old boy is most likely has not even experienced the world yet, and if he has, then that is a man. What do I mean by experience the world? Has the average 18-year-old paid the bills? Like, paid their own bills? Have they done their own laundry? Just, I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't call them young men, yet I know that calling them young boys is only going to fuel the desire to not grow up, essentially. It's basically going to be the reverse, give the reverse effect. Because it's essentially belittling them. It's not encouraging them. I don't know, perhaps my standards are too high. Well, I can't consider people who haven't experienced hardship as men. Anyway, back to the video. The entire thing with thinking you don't have enough time is essentially sums up in procrastination. And at least one reason, at least for me right now, that I'm experiencing is that the task is too daunting. Like, it's just too complex, there's too many moving parts, and I don't know where to start, so I'm just not going to do it. I definitely feel that. I have an essay due 31st, so that's Tuesday? Tuesday, I think? Or Monday. One of the two. But, no, it should be Tuesday because Monday's Memorial Day. But, yeah, it felt too daunting. So basically my plan was to work on it every single day until the due date. First day it was really daunting because I had no idea where to start. At the time, someone created an outline. But what really helped me was creating a plan. So what I devised was taking 2 days to finish the outline, and then every day after that, write a section. So yesterday I wrote the intro and another paragraph, defining some terms that are really useful for the essay. So when a task is too daunting, the best thing is to formulate a plan on how you're going to tackle it. Because if you can't comprehend what you need to do, if you don't know what you need to do, if you don't know what direction you should go in, you're only gonna get lost. If you aren't already. So that's for if you think you don't have time. Second point is, you make time. Say someone really attractive came up to you and you had a crush on them for like a year, but they asked you out. I expect you would say yes and would be ecstatic. But you're busy. What did you do then? You'd make time. You'd cut things out. You'd make time. You'd clear your schedule. What I've heard from a lot of people my age is procrastination. Completing an essay in 24 hours. Albeit not the best work, but still doing it. I mean, that just shows how effective procrastination really is. And I don't want to say that in a positive light, because it's really not good for you. Yet, it can work. Procrastination can work. It really can. Procrastination essentially forces you to be hyper efficient due to the pressure. But it's just not. You can't keep it up forever. And that's the problem. So, why does procrastination work? Because of the pressure, like I said before. Where does the pressure come from? From a deadline. So how can you stop procrastinating? You create deadlines for yourself. You put yourself under pressure. Pressure is needed for change. You can't expect someone to become better unless they have a reason to. They need that pressure. And then once you have that pressure, you'll be doing, if you're busy, you'll be doing anything you can to finish it. So you'll be taking advantage of dead times. So, well, not extremely applicable. You could be answering emails while waiting in line. During breaks in class, you could be working on whatever project you're doing. Breaks doing work on another project. It's just making all of your time useful. Making use of all of your time. Which brings me to the last point, is note down the time you spend on everything. It's quite amazing once you note everything down. But do it for at least one day. Write down, for every single activity, write down how much time you used. So like for this, I would write the starting time of whatever you're doing, and then after it's done, write down the ending time, and then from there, you just keep writing the ending time because the ending time converts into the start time. So if say I wake up, I meditate. Okay. Well, actually, I wake up and then brush my teeth. So I guess I could loop all that together into morning routine. So morning routine will be waking up, brushing teeth, washing face, meditating, doing some exercises. It's like 5 things. So that could be morning routine. And then from there, I eat breakfast. And then so on and so forth. And from this, it's really valuable because you'll see where you're wasting the most time. Most likely it's going to be during the in-between times, in-between tasks, because you're taking a break. And then that break expands to an hour, and then 2 hours. And then you don't end up doing the second task that you wanted to do. So, the point of this is, if you don't know what you want to fix, you can't fix it. I mean, it's obvious when I put it like that, I think. It's like anesthetics. If you get Okay. If you get anesthetics applied to a certain area, you stop feeling that area. So what happens to your control of that area? I'd say the most common is like your mouth. When you go to the dentist, okay, you put some anesthetics to like numb the pain. Can you control your mouth as good as well? No. No, you can't. You can't feel it. You don't notice it really. It's like you've lost the ability to notice it. It's gone. Even though you know it's there, it's like physically it's gone. So you need to notice something to be able to feel it, to change it, to control it. So notice where you waste time. It's not making excuses because you have the time.